Hey guys, it's Mrs. Mathis. So as we get ready to rock and roll into this new classroom setting, what I want you to know is that I'm still going to be doing a short introduction video to all of our lessons so that it's just like when we were in class and I would outline the expectations and the reasoning behind what we were doing. Just now I have to do it digitally. This first video is a little bit different than the other ones are going to be because I'm going to walk you through exactly what the expectations are and what it looks like, so it's a dual purpose video. So today we're really looking at how you access the materials in Classroom, how you send that back to me for feedback, and then also we're going to be looking at what content we're going to cover today. And really, we're not covering any new content. Instead, what we're going to be doing is trying to dredge up all those memories of things that we were studying before our extended spring break. So let's get started for the day. So the first thing that I want you to know is that I'm always going to be posting one of these lesson sheets into Classroom. And what this does is it tries to organize your thoughts and your needs for each of the different lessons. I think sometimes, especially where you're trying to work in so many classes, it'd be pretty easy to get overwhelmed and disorganized. And so I'm trying to make this as organized, friendly as possible. So we're going to walk through what one of these lesson sheets is going to look like. So the date that the lesson is posted will always be the heading on the answer or on the lesson sheet so that you know that you're in the right place. Then just like we used to have goals and objectives in our regular classroom, in the Google Classroom world or the virtual world, it's going to be the exact same way. So at the end of this lesson, you should be able to answer that you can do each of these things. So I can navigate my virtual classroom. I can describe my responsibilities. I can describe changes to the AP expectations, and I can summarize and show understanding of the following processes. So right before break, we were studying DNA replication, transcription, and translation. So that's kind of where we're going to start off with today and this week. So just like in class, we have a warm-up. These are things to just kind of get you engaged with the content, get your brain going before you really dive deep into the lessons of the day. So this is just trying to bring back those things. The next thing that I did is I put in the agenda for the day, which is the same that we had in class, except I've added these highlighted areas, and these highlighted areas are specifically there because this is kind of your checklist to be sure that you've accomplished everything that the lesson wants you to accomplish. So, you know, you can mark off when you're there that you are comfortable with how class will work now. You've reviewed the changes to the AP schedule due to COVID-19. You've completed the engagement prompt and review worksheets for replication, transcription, and translation, and you've submitted that in Classroom. And then, of course, you've submitted this lesson page in Classroom after all the purple areas have been completed. Okay, so right now, this introduction and overview video that you're watching right now, there'll be a link for it here. So in case you need to watch it again, but you need to watch the welcome back video. This will describe different due dates and ways that class is going to work. Here's the contact sheet so that you know exactly how you can get a hold of me and when you can get a hold of me. You're going to need to review this slides presentation. So it's just a Google Slides presentation. There's no video. You can go through it on your own. But it's going to go through all the changes to the AP exam, testing dates, things that are important that you need to know. So then that brings us to the actual content for the day. And so your engagement activity is to watch the crash course DNA Hot Pockets and the Longest Word Ever. Once you're done with that, then answer this purple box, the prompt, and everything you need is right there. And then the last thing that you need to do is to go ahead and go through the processes of replication, transcription, and translation with a digital worksheet. And there's a note in there in the directions that I really want to point out to you. I'm not trying to be mean when I say don't contact me with questions on content, just how to do it would be what you would email me on. And the reason for that, it's really important for me to see what you've actually retained over the last 3.5 weeks, and then what I'm going to have to go back and fix or help you to understand better. So please try to do that to the very best of your ability, knowing that that isn't going to necessarily harm your grade. It's more for me to gauge where we are in this. And then the very last thing that you're always going to do in class, and it will always be on your lesson sheet is the closure activity. So the closure and the warm-up are important because those are ways that I'm going to be looking at your metacognition skills. The engagement is important because that's how you're going to start jumping into content and helping yourself through it. And then of course, any of the review exercises are there for a very purposeful reason. So be sure that you do those for me. I hope that everything you need is easily accessible and you understand the expectations for us in this crazy time. I'm looking forward to working with each of you again. I miss seeing you all and hearing all of your great stories and your funny jokes. So if you need anything, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll connect again on Thursday. Have a great day.